Yeah, let's just say Johnny and Daniel didn't have a good start in this episode. It started off with everybody doing another event and Miyagi-Do was not doing good. Then you see Daniel and Johnny over there arguing and it's throwing some of the students off. But first, we're going to talk about Daniel real quick. Daniel in this episode was a little too eager to get information about Mr. Miyagi. When Daniel was talking to Johnny about how they should be teaching the students, he got a letter from someone. It mentioned that Serrano knew Mr. Miyagi, so he hurried up and was about to leave. When he ran into Kreese after he got that letter, that should have been a sign that something was up. Come on now, he gets a letter talking about Serrano knows about Mr. Miyagi and then Kreese pops up. You already know he set that up. Plus, they overheard him talking about that old headband and it being tied to Mr. Miyagi. While he was in a taxi cab, he was talking to his wife and even she didn't think it was a good idea. And here's another thing, I knew something was off when the taxi driver said tourists don't usually go to where they're at. And when Daniel told him to wait, he drove off. That's how you know you in a bad neighborhood, and that's when you know you should have turned back. He made his way there and he got knocked out. So for most of the episode, he was trapped in a cage, and when he got out, he found out that the people that took him were from Cobra Kai. I get that he wants to figure out Mr. Miyagi being in that tournament, but he can't let that get in the way of what he has to do, and that's be there for his team when they need him. If he wasn't so in a rush to go get information, he probably would have saw the clues that maybe that was a setup. He did confront Kreese when he saw him, and then Sam showed up and he basically let her know that he won't let her down again. After he said that to Sam, hopefully he gets back on track and whatever has to deal with that headband, he leaves it alone for now. Moving along to Johnny, he kinda got a reality check while Daniel was gone. First up, Sensei Wolf, he got to Johnny. They were around some food again and Sensei Wolf basically insulted Johnny and doubted Miyagi-Do. After that moment, I think Johnny went backwards a little bit. Sensei Wolf got in his head, which then affected how he was acting towards his students. He was having a talk with all of them after they did bad during another event. It's like you can tell he means well and he wants them to do good, but he mixes in what happened to him. In turn, he's pushing them in a way that's not helpful for them to win. Sam didn't hold back either. She said it's not just them, he's to blame too, and if her dad was there, they would have been good. And how he keeps disrespecting her dad trying to prove his way is better. She's not wrong, it's not only on them, the sensei plays a part too. Even in the episode before, you can tell what type of time Johnny was on. He has to work with Daniel instead of going against him. If not, they're going to be out there arguing again, embarrassing themselves and not making their students feel confident. I will say, Johnny is there for his students like Devin. She went to him and said that she ended up doing something that she regrets. She told the truth that she cheated to beat Kenny because she knew she couldn't win. He let her know he will always have her back and he doesn't regret all the work he's put into students like her. And he knows he's been putting a lot of pressure on her, so he takes some of the blame for the Kenny situation. Also, if he's ever pushed her beyond her limits, it's because he knows that she's capable of more than she thinks. And he wants her not to think about regret, to go out there and do good and to know that her team needs her more than she thinks. As for the Kenny situation, he's gonna leave it up to her on how she's gonna come clean. I thought that was a great moment. It's nice when Johnny shows some growth in his understanding of someone and what they're going through. Because he's made his own mistakes and we've seen them before. But most of all, he was encouraging Devin to do her best and to be there for her team, and she needed that. In addition, Devin did mention that maybe all that Miyagi-Do good energy stuff isn't that bad. And I think that's what he needed to hear, especially coming from someone he's looking out for. When they had to do another event, Johnny got things together. He told Sam that he would do his best to fill her dad's shoes until he's back. And he let everyone know he shouldn't have been rude to them and he believes in them. And for them to use what Daniel said, to use their Miyagi-Do skills to win. That right there reminds many people and shows that he can be a good sensei. He took in what was said and realized that he has to change things up. Plus, he's doing better than Sensei Wolf. Earlier in the episode, Sam had saw him training with one of his students and he was beating that person because they messed up. Whether Johnny knows it or not, he really is a better sensei than Sensei Wolf, despite whatever he says about Johnny. Now, besides some of the problems between all the students, one of the main ones is Robby. Robby right now, he can't focus. All he's paying attention to is Tory, and it's throwing him off his game. Even some of his teammates have taken notice. While they were in the room, Robby didn't hear it, but Hawk told Miguel that some of them think that he should be captain. Then Robby had a quick talk with Miguel, and Miguel told him that he has the opportunity of a lifetime right now to be the captain of their team. And it seems like he's ruining that opportunity. Plus, he's losing matches almost as if he doesn't care. Robby told him that it hasn't been easy since he got there, and Miguel said it wasn't supposed to be easy. Both of them mentioned how being captain would change their life, and Robby said how he wanted fair and square. And Miguel let him know he's going to be the reason that they go home with nothing. So he told him man up or admit that he's fighting better than him and to make him captain. I'm not mad at Miguel. He kind of has been doing better than Robby. Robby starts off good fighting, but then as soon as he sees Tory, he gets caught off guard and loses. Even though Tory is on the opposite side, she's still giving it her all to win, and he should be doing the same thing. Once the tournament is over, he can go talk to Tory, but as of right now, he has to be on point. He is the captain. How does that look? The captain is always losing. He got to win some of them. To be honest, I don't want to see these two fighting again because it is nice to see them get along, but Robby has to understand what is going on. When they were at the last event for the day, Miguel showed up and showed out. He told Robby, watch how it's done. It was Miguel versus two people and he won. He was focused, he did his best, and it paid off. He wasn't distracted thinking about someone else in the middle of a match. It's cool to see everybody else fight, but that dude Miguel, he be going in. He was handling his own going off fighting against two people. He had no choice because if he lost, they were out of there. And of course, it couldn't just end on a happy note. Johnny got a call from Carmen's mom and Carmen got rushed to the hospital. It had to deal with something with the pregnancy. Daniel did see him before the episode ended and he asked him if she was going to be okay, but he said they don't know. He told Miguel they're about to leave, but he didn't get the chance to tell everyone else, and now it's up to Daniel. I hope everything is all right with Carmen and the baby. I know they didn't expect this to happen, so hope everything is good. And Daniel, he has to get ready and on point. As much as he wants to find out about Mr. Miyagi and the tournament, he's going to have to pay attention to the tournament that's happening now. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. Johnny learned something and he was there for his students so that they could win. Daniel knows now he has to be 100% there for his team and not be distracted. And hopefully for Robby, after he's seen what Miguel did, that he actually starts to do better. But I'm interested to hear y'all thoughts. Comment below. What did you all think about the episode?